Beliau juga ini sangat banyak berkomunikasi dalam bisnis ya, particularly economic presentation. Dalam urusan bisnis, beliau sangat banyak hadir dalam presentasi-presentasi internasional. Dan pada malam hari ini beliau akan membicarakan tentang bagaimana pembelajaran abad 21 dengan menggunakan teknologi di sistem pendidikan di Singapura. So, before we begin, I would like to extend my warm appreciation to both our presenter tonight. Welcome, Mr. TanKwanHong and also Anna from Russia. So, to make our webinar become much more effective, Mr. Tan, I would like to please you to present your topic tonight, and time is yours now.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Baharudin. Thanks for the invitation to speak to you and your people. All right, and also very good to see all of you here today. Okay, and okay, so before I begin, I would like to ask Mr. Baharudin, how much time do I have left for today?
I think you will be speaking about 25 minutes.
Okay, sure. 25 minutes, I see. Okay, so today I'm going to present to you a little bit about emerging technology, all right, especially how technology is used in the Singapore's education system. Okay, so actually I wanted to plan to share with you three parts. Okay, first of all, the Singapore context about why Singapore uses certain technology in certain way. And second, technology in the Singapore's classroom. And finally, the theoretical and practical underpinnings, all right, or the first stuff. So however, today, due to the lack of time, I shall go straight to number two. I think number two is more interesting, something more relevant today, all right? So I will share with you, okay, this is a little bit about me. So currently, I'm an international speaker. I speak all over the world, and I also conduct lessons to different institutions globally, from universities to schools. Okay, so you can get connected on LinkedIn as well as Facebook, or you can drop me an email if you want. If you have any questions to ask, feel free to drop me an email. Okay, so I'm going to just jump straight into the second part here. All right. So first of all, just a bit of a background about Singapore's education system. System. The first one is the primary school. Okay, the primary school system, your extreme left, all right, you see a primary school system. And primary school system is from age 7, second, 13, age 13 to age 17, 16 or 17. And finally, after that, you will have institutions or your, which is your post-secondary. Right. So let me go straight into number two, the technology in the classroom. Okay, this alone will take up about 20-25 minutes. So as you know, the anatomy of the classroom, right? Let's compare the past and the present, right? In the past, this is the education system that all of us went through, even including me. So I'm not that young anymore. So in the past, we used to have a teacher and a blackboard or blackboard, and the teacher will just tell us everything that we need to learn. Okay, so it is very one way. It's a very one-way conversation. All right, it's a monologue. Teacher teach us everything we need to learn, and then we just memorize. All right, and after that, at the end of the day, the teacher just teach the same thing to a class of 40 over students. Okay, and everybody listen to the same material. Everybody do the same thing, and some students might be more alert and they pay more attention and benefited from the teachings, whereas some students who are not classroom environment, they tend to drift off, or they do other things or get distracted easily. So it's actually a one-size-fits-all instruction. The teacher teach the same thing in the same manner for all different 40 students, even though all the 40 students have different personality, they have different learning abilities, and some of them have different learning styles. Okay? And of course, it is very one-directional exercise. Submit to the teacher marks, correct the mistakes, and then teach a new topic. Very one-directional, very one-dimensional as well. So right now, we launch into the anatomy of a blended learning classroom. Okay, so in the blended learning classroom, the engagement with students actually increase. So there are many more different technologies. So starting from, okay, let's see. Let's annotate. Okay, see if I can annotate. This is the first time I'm trying out this WebEx function. All right. So teachers, okay, discuss. Okay, and right now we have whiteboards, not just whiteboards, but we have boards that are technology based. So for example, we can log into the website or log into an internet browser online, show a video, and then come back to a smart board. And everything written on the board will be captured, right? And we also have a lot of student and teacher interaction. So this student and teacher interaction not just limits itself to the classroom, but this interaction can be carried on offline as well, okay, or when the student goes home. So for example, a teacher can be teaching a topic, okay, teaching a topic online and taking down notes or writing down notes on the whiteboard, and the notes on the whiteboard can be sent to the students. Therefore, the students can revise at home. So there's a lot of this kind of interaction in the classroom interaction and off the classroom interaction made possible by technology, right? And of course, we also have other real-time performance data. So studying is all about collecting data, knowing which students have improved a lot and which students have not improved. So therefore, we actually have a system to capture how students learn, which students are struggling in certain topics or certain kinds of questions. Okay, and then there is also a lot of support, all right, support not just within the classroom, but outside the classroom as well. So a lot of different possibilities made possible through technology itself. Okay, and interestingly, we are going to go more into this area: thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. So students who learn something, just learn something, have to come together and create a project to showcase whatever they have learned. So therefore, it becomes more like an applied learning rather than a one-dimensional learning. Okay, so far is it okay? Are you maybe it okay? So I will speak a little bit slowly as well. Okay, so never mind. Let me share with you about. Okay, let me share with you about the next slide. How to erase. Okay, how do I erase? Next slide.
To make school fun. Don't wake up in the morning and say, do I have to come to school again? So we embrace technology because it helps us make learning more engaging. I believe that when kids are engaged, when kids are interested, that's where learning takes place. Secondary school is a typical school in Singapore where we take in students with different academic abilities, and we have about 512 students in this school, and they all come from the neighborhood. We get students from the age of 13 to about 16. Many students want to come to this school because our program, especially in technology. And the teachers here are known to produce very good teaching materials and very innovative teaching ideas to engage the students in the classrooms. They are to the class to deliver that knowledge so that the students can acquire them. But today, knowledge is no more a monopoly among the teachers, because students can get knowledge from a myriad of sources, and hence the role of the teacher today is facilitation. That means facilitate students where they could get the right knowledge, how they could synthesize them, how they could discern the information that they get.
Velocity is defined as the rate of change of distance with time. Is it true or false? So I want you to tweet me on. You need to tweet. So you put in the @ sign, vote by tweet 1.
We look at technology very meaningfully, and we see how can we leverage this technology to make a very significant impact in the classroom instruction. I'll give you an example. In a classroom of 40, it is really impossible to get 40 students to ask 40 questions at one go. When we use the instant messaging tool, we open 40 windows to 40 kids. They could ask 40 questions at the same time, and the teacher could see their thinking on the technology tool that they use. And kids get more excited because they are using the tools that they are very, very good in using, not just the pen and the pencil.
Okay, so same thing, we will have issues with the terminals. Okay, let's go. What the students are doing is they are currently exploring this Second Life art gallery, which the school has set up. Okay, and the works that are shown in this gallery is actually made up of our local works that have been done by local artists. First of all, the online platform is very, very useful because it's something that really engages the students to be chatting with one another about the works using the elements of art, principles of design, as well as reading other students' comments as well. If they would like to, they can actually leave notes for other students.
Web 2.0 will with Wiki, with your Facebook, your blogs, you find that it's a very participatory culture. It calls for a lot of collaboration. They no longer become just a consumer of knowledge. They actually produce knowledge.
What are the important things that you have so far? I find that students themselves are often on Facebook, so instead of looking at them and looking at Facebook as a distraction, I would rather use it. They post up the question to them, and you see responses, and they are learning from each other, which I think is better because there's more motivation, intrinsic motivation for them to learn, rather than okay, I tell you to do this and I tell you that.
I would say that for teachers in the school, myself included, we scan the globe for best practices. And teaching go that is very effective.
like. And the education is actually how the classroom environment in Singapore is like. So this is roughly and how methods on technology, social media, so on. So this is one of the philosophies that was being adopted. So this is how to apply it. So every student has to be engaged in information technology. For IT at the present age. Work, produce projects, online.
Hello, excuse me, Mr. Tan. Can you just speak more slowly, please? The audio is not quite clear here because I think there is some clicking noise there. I don't know where is the noise coming from.
Okay. All right. Sure. Okay. I will do is try to speak slowly. All right. So let's go back. So the technology that we use, Chromebooks, and only every student have access to Chromebook or even iPad. And increasingly, the school is trying to have every student have their personal device and bring their own personal device to school. So within the next few years, every student has their own iPad or digital device that they can connect to their education system. Okay. Next thing is the entire software is actually on the student learning space. And this student learning space is an online portal whereby students can go in and retrieve educational materials based on the syllabus. That all the materials are actually online. Students and teachers can assign homework through this and they mark homework through this learning space. Do projects within the learning space, and this learning space is managed by the Ministry of Education. So the idea is not just one-way learning about academic knowledge. But technology as an enabler to enable the creation of new knowledge, the creation of new knowledge as well as collaboration, okay, between people. Right? So I thought instructions over the voice is not clear. All right, the disruption I try to speak louder. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Hello. Yeah, is there any clicking noise? Maybe is there any other audio sources sounding here? No. Okay, let's continue. Let's go on. Maybe something. Okay, go on.
We'll try to speak loud. Yeah.
Okay.
So I use SLS. Right. These are using an online e-learning system, which I can go through with you in detail. Yeah. So a couple of results for the basic, you are familiar with it, right? Little word, slides, and on top of that, let's move on. In terms of technology, some schools also use Classroom and Google Teams, even Teams as well. Both are actually being used based on different schools. It's good. Can you hear me now?
Hello, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Okay. So on top of this, we also use Twitter. Now we use Twitter so that we can build conversations with students from different classes. So for example, let's say there's a complex topic, for example, an international relations topic. All right. So given these type of topics, there could be many discussions or many points of view. All right. And students can actually build a conversation and curate the conversation online through Twitter. Okay. And how do we track the conversations? We track it using hashtags. Okay, so we try to use technology to collaborate. So increasingly, you can see that technology is being used more for collaboration, curation, and creation of knowledge. Yes. Okay, so we also use Microsoft Teams. Okay, we want to create a very collaborative learning environment. Okay, because of social learning pedagogy. And who knows what is this? Have you used this before? Yeah, anybody know what is this?
Kahoot, right?
So
yeah,
how it always works, right? So how it always works. It is a quiz platform for quizzes or games or competition to spur competition in between groups of students. All right, and of course we have this. Who knows what is this? Yeah, anybody knows what platform is this as well?
Yeah, Kahoot's a kind of game, and it's I think for most Indonesian teachers use the same thing when they are in classroom, and maybe for some when they are they use Kahoot.
Right. Oh, so everybody uses it's a very famous technology. Okay, and finally, this is Microsoft Flipgrid, also useful as a discussion sharing platform. Okay, which our next speaker is going to speak about. All right, so some of the basic technology that we have. All right, and I have come to the end of my part 2 of my discussion. In future, if there's a chance, I can share with you more in detail about how this works and how to tie in with pedagogic considerations. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation, and then I would like to mute you for a while because I'd like to invite some of the participants to ask you directly, and then I noticed there are attendees already raised their hands here. Let me see. Okay, the first chance I would like to invite Ibu Efri Pautan Hasibuan. Ya, mungkin bisa Ibu Efri Pautan Hasibuan bisa berbicara langsung dan materi dalam bahasa Inggris, Bu.
Oh, kurang pandai, Pak. Halo? Halo?
Halo, Pak Efri atau Ibu ya? Pak Efri atau Ibu ya?
Pak.
Oke.
Yes, sir.
Jadi bisa dijelaskan kira-kira pertanyaannya Pak Efri apa?
Oke.
Iya.
That's for the teaching learning process. All right. So I received the question from the Hindi Africa.
Oke, Pak Efri kayaknya ada masalah ya, tidak bisa bertanya, ini hanya raise hand, bisa diturunkan tangannya Pak Efri. kami lanjut dengan Pak Tabrani Lubis mau bertanya langsung kepada presenter kita, Mr. Tan. Pakai bahasa Inggris.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I want to try into English.
Okay, that's okay. Go on.
Yeah. Okay, the first I want to thanks for your journeys, and I want to ask two panelists, Mr. Tan, ya. Okay. What different method system education between Indonesia and Singapore?
Iya, agak kurang jelas poinnya Bapak. Bisa bisa di bahasa Indonesia kan, nanti saya bantu bahasa Inggris kan Bapak. Kira-kira mau pas maksud pertanyaan Bapak itu apa? Gimana Pak?
Bedanya apa Pak? Sistem yang paling dominan antara sistem penerapan model pembelajaran di Indonesia dengan Singapura, Pak.
Oke, baik Pak. Saya mute ya. Oke, Mr. Tan is asking about the comparative model of teaching in Singapore, between Singapore and Indonesia. Do you maybe have a kind of comparison between the two models that is played in Indonesia and Singapore in most common? Thank you.
Oh, all right. I think good question there. All right. So to be honest, I'm not an expert in Indonesia's education system. However, I know that Singapore's education system was actually evolved over many decades. It was evolved over many decades, and the key goal is to enhance the economy of Singapore. So the education system is designed for economic outcomes. At the end of the day, human resource is the only resource that Singapore has. And because of that, Singapore do not have any natural resources. Okay, unlike Indonesia, which has agriculture and has vast land to manufacture items, Singapore does not have that privilege. Therefore, our only resource is human resource. And therefore, the government put in a lot of effort to groom the next generation of people to work effectively and think effectively. So the entire education model is built for economic via to make the economy good, all right, to make the economy strong. So there are a few things that we do, a few methods or pedagogic considerations of pedagogic underpinnings used by Singapore's education system. So for example, spiral learning curriculum, social learning methodologies, and so on. So these are the methods that our education system actually use, right? So I think the next thing is that we actually push the students very hard. That means for every stage of the education system, from primary school to secondary school, okay, the different stage of the education system has different outcomes. So for example, in primary school itself, the goal is not just to have students gain mastery in numeric skills and verbal linguistic skills, like for example, learn a new language or be good in math or science. But more importantly, the syllabus is tweaked to encourage students to think deeper. That means to analyze a situation, to analyze an experiment, to describe phenomenon, and so on. So the entire syllabus is actually built on certain kind of thinking skills, which I could go into a deeper, more detail in the next session. That means how to break down all the different thinking skills and competence. Yeah. So the Singapore government actually realized that there are many different kind of skill sets that you can build along the way, and they actually develop a whole pathway right from primary school all the way to university. Right. So that is I think one of the secrets as well.
Okay, got it, Mr. Tan. Thank you. I think the most common difference between Indonesia and Singapore that's because Singapore is not rich in resources, particularly in agriculture. So in Singapore, maybe the much more emphasize in economical growth. That's right. Is it right, Mr. Tan? Jadi Bapak siapa tadi ya? Bapak Tabrani Lubis, perbedaan yang paling mendasar di sana memang di rakyat di model pembelajaran yang banyak diterapkan di sana itu orientasinya pendidikan memang untuk pertumbuhan ekonomi karena memang Singapura minim sumber daya ya. Mr. Tan senang di Indonesia karena Indonesia ini punya wilayah yang luas untuk pengembangan pertanian dan sumber daya lainnya, sedangkan Singapura itu cukup secara geografis kecil dan tidak seluas Indonesia, sehingga orientasi pendidikannya juga berbeda dan model-model pembelajaran di sana cenderung dikembangkan pada social learning methodology yang mendorong untuk bisa menganalisis situasi dan meningkatkan critical thinking dalam hal analisis perkembangan ekonomi dunia dan bagaimana bisa menjaga eksistensi pertumbuhan ekonomi negara di Singapura seperti itu. Baik, mungkin kurang lebih seperti itu Pak Tabrani dari poin yang disampaikan oleh Mr. Tan. And the next chance, I would like to invite another participants. If free, let me check. Ibu Heni Fedrika, mungkin Bu Heni bisa mau bertanya langsung dengan presenter kita. Halo.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear my voice?
Okay. Your voice is clearly here.
Mr. KwanHong Tan. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Tan. Yeah, Mr. Tan. It's very, very wonderful webinar tonight, and then listen to your explanation. I'm so happy tonight can join this webinar. All right, listening from your explanation, yes, it is very interesting that we know exactly that we are so different, yeah, about our geographies, yes, and then our national resources, human resources, of course. Yes, we do interested in how Singapore, very small country, and can show to the world that it's really succeed, yeah, in especially in the economic growth. So this is actually our students in Indonesia need to learn about how the technique of the students in the Singapore learn about the materials in school. Now we cannot think about how your country conduct the education because we are different. So if it is possible tonight, I would like to show to you that do you understand about the situation right now in the pandemic situation? We have a virtual learning. We have virtual learning. I think you have also, because the students cannot go to school freely. And then what is your suggestion? What is the best suggestion for teachers, for all of us as teachers, conduct our teaching and learning process through using the virtual learning? And also, do you have a specific curriculum or specific basic competence that we use in the pandemic situation? We have a specific basic competence the Ministry of Education, they make it simple. They avoid some unused, and then they choose the very important thing. So they make it comfortable for the students. Okay, curious, in your explanation just now in the video, I can watch one of the students' project using the social media through Facebook, for example. How we optimize the using of social media in teaching and learning process for the students. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tan.
Go on, Mr. Tan, you can answer to her question. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for the very comprehensive question, right? I think there are many questions embedded in it. So I think you rightfully pointed out quite a number of points here. I think starting from economic growth, all the way to virtual learning in a pandemic situation, right? So I think I will address a few of these questions that you have just now. Okay, so the first thing is, what about economic growth? Okay, how do we use education for economic growth, and how did we manage to grow so fast? I think generally, right, this is actually a very long question to answer, but I will just summarize for you. I think the method that Singapore did was to actually focus on industries that creates higher value. The greater value creation in each industry, the industry that Singapore will invest in or go into. So give you an example, a historical perspective. Right, so before independence, we generally have a very agricultural society. So we still grow plantation, we have plantation, we grow food. Then after independence, we start to move, for example, manufacturing plants, we have factories, because the factory output will create more value than agricultural economy. And from then on, we develop our transport hub. So transport means that we know that Singapore is so small that we have to connect with the world. There's no way out. We definitely have to connect with the world. So we develop our airport. We did our best to create the best airport and the most efficient seaport. And from then on, we continue to think what kind of industries will derive more economic value. So we move on maybe to biotechnology, to semiconductor manufacturing. And right now, it is all about IT, financial technology, fintech, information technology, and all these education technology as well. So increasingly, right, we are going more and more industries. So I think that is the whole snapshot about how the country actually grew. Okay, so in the end of the day, we have no choice but to rely only on our human resources. That means every individual in the country must be educated. They must be able to create value for the economy. And that is the approach that we knew we wanted to start off right from the get-go, right from independence. Yeah. So that's the answer for the first question. Okay, so your second question is about the efficient use of technology, and also with regards to competence using virtual technology for learning in the pandemic situation. Is it? All right, am I right?
Yes.
So as mentioned previously, I think that's a very good question. Increasingly, right, whether the COVID situation is going to continue or not, one thing is for sure. Then the thing that we know for sure is that technology is going to replace traditional classroom learning, and that is going to be a new norm. No matter whether COVID is cured later on, whether we have vaccines or not, technology is here to stay. And the COVID situation merely accelerates the development and implement technology. So just to share with you, with regards to competencies, right? So in the COVID situation, now Singapore relied a lot on this, okay, called the Singapore Student Learning Space. Now this Singapore Student Learning Space was the technology that was developed a long time ago, many years ago. The framework to create this technology was already in place many years. Actually a web portal whereby every student in Singapore has access to. They can go to their school's website, type in their username and password, and enter the portal. And inside this portal, the the teacher will be able to conduct lessons, conduct live lessons, assign homework, and even curate videos. That means take some videos from YouTube or take some additional material from somewhere else and add on into the syllabus. So there are two parts here. The first part is our traditional syllabus. This is the syllabus that happens whether COVID is happening or not. And this is the traditional syllabus, the knowledge that each student in each level has to learn. Okay, then the only challenge now is how to transfer this syllabus into the learning space. Okay, so how do we do it? We use this as a platform, and then we also use things like Microsoft Teams or Google Hangouts, Google Meet to conduct lessons live. Initially, we used Zoom, but Zoom happened to have some security breaches. Then the schools decided to switch to Microsoft Teams. So along with this, right, this portal as well as video conferencing technology, we can actually conduct very basic level of curriculum of teaching. Teachers monitor students' performance, right? So this is the basic framework. But I think increasingly, what you said is correct. Okay, how to use technology, how to use social media, and so as books are already using, and use that to help in learning as well. So you see, there's many. The good thing about social media is that social media encourages collaboration. All right, so it depends on what the students are collaborating. Before social media is used for education, all these students here are collaborating with other students in their interest area. For example, some of them chase K-pop, so they interact with each other for K-pop. Some of them like to play computer games, so they interact with each other or collaborate with each other on social media or computer games. So now the goal is to transform social media. Instead of investing on social media for computer games, how to use it for learning valuable stuff, all right? That means the same way of using, just change the medium. So this is one of the easy ways that you can implement and engage students at the same time. Okay, so Twitter is one of the methods. Facebook groups is a very, very simple method, but there are actually more. Okay, and I think this technology will continue to progress over the long run. So I think overall, right, how do we have a competence? I think yes, and the competence is largely based on this and based on a certain kind of framework. Okay, and after the COVID situation, we are likely to still continue with this home-based learning. That means maybe every quarter or every once a month, there will be a home-based learning day, even if COVID were to be cured, okay, or were to be cured in the future. We still have that. Likely that will be the case. So I think going forward, right, it is time to train our students to not just rely on classroom-based learning, but to train them as independent directed learners, self-directed learners that can rely on the range of technology for their own learning, collaboration, and knowledge creation. So I think that is the overall goal. And that has to happen beyond the syllabus itself. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
All right, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Tan. It is now a time for, it's now about 9:03 p.m. in my time. So I believe there's still many questions in the chat room tonight. I think I would like to ask you if you can answer some questions in the chat room. Please help my participants tonight to give any answers if you don't mind, Mr. Tan.
Sure. Okay, I will try to answer.
Okay. Well, it is time for Anna to deliver the second speech. Thank you for your great presentation, Mr. Tan. That's very much very inspiring, and I do believe that Singapore is a great country, particularly in education, and there I believe you know you have Nanyang University, one of the best university of the world, and I'm very happy to have you come join with us tonight. Thank you so much. Well, now I would like to assign Anna as the presenter tonight.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And okay, I just try to share your content first. Well.
Oh, can I move this tab? Oh, yes, I can, but okay. It will help me.
Okay. Well,
I haven't seen
to make our webinar much more effective, Anna, I don't want to spend much more time to speak. I think time is yours. It's now your time for presenting your topic. Thank you.
So can I start now? Yeah?
Yeah, of course, sure.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm so excited to be a guest speaker today with you. Actually, I'm an educator, an English teacher, and a Spanish primary teacher from Russia. We live in the north of Russia, and we've got 9 months of winter, and we live at the edge of the earth. But using technology, wow, I can hear lots of sounds. Okay, and like Skype in the classroom and other Microsoft for education tools, it helps me to become a great educator for my students because I'm inspired by myself. I can show them the world. I don't need to explain why it's really important to get this knowledge, why it's really important to be the part of the project, because I'm a huge fan of project-based learning. I want to start and to keep up with share a feature. Not here. Oops. I want to present this and to say that it's really important, especially when you live in an area like we do. We live like at the earth. Our area is called like this. I'm not just made it up. It's absolutely the right explanation of it. And sometimes kids, they don't understand, and students, all of my students, that it's really important to take care of the environment, that there are so many great projects, and if the rainforests are in danger, we are in danger in the north as well. You know, it's like butterfly effect and etc. And we've got lots of life sessions. We are part of projects. We can have connections with different countries. We always use technology in our classroom. And I started this practice like before the COVID situation and in the class. I'm a great expert, as I may say, of Flipgrid and Wakelet. And these platforms help me a lot. Now I don't feel like I can't provide appropriate knowledge, and we are out of the system with my students by using this technology. All the clouds, like from Google, I'm Google certified as well, so you know that there's so many amazing forms. Slow, this is very helpful. Actually, today I'm talking about Flipgrid. Flipgrid was not the part of Microsoft before, but lately, I think from 2018, it became a part of my this event on YouTube Live, and it was really amazing. I had the access to Flipgrid Shorts camera because this is, thanks, what about the first speaker? Oh, I didn't get this. Sorry, let's check the connection. Do you hear me well?
Your audio very clear here.
Thanks. Yeah, it's like real silent situation, and I thought maybe something happened. Yeah, we are getting started with Flipgrid. You can give me a follow on Twitter. This is my handle, and I would absolutely love. You can click on these icons. You can find me on social medias like I run my YouTube blog, on Flipgrid, on Facebook, on Twitter, and etc. I'm a huge fan of storytelling, so if you click on this book, you can listen to some stories. I like reading in Danish and English as well. And also, I would like to mention that particularly in every of this presentation, you can see the QR code. You can scan it and you can get right on the place where you can start your registration on Flipgrid. So please don't hesitate. Take your cell phone and just scan. Use your QR scanner to ask me. So me, I'm Microsoft expert, trainer. Also, I'm a community leader in Wakelet and Flipgrid certified. You can get the certification as well. I will show you in which area you can get them. I run my own linguistic studio here. It's called English Club Community. So everything is clickable. So if you click on these icons, you can get on the social media or on these platforms if you would like to. So about Flipgrid, Flipgrid can help you to empower your students because they're sharing with their voices. It's very important to build like 21st century skills for every student. Their mission is empower every learner on the planet to share their voice and respect the diverse voices of others. Accessibility, simplicity, and inclusion. Yeah, this is the main way and the main aim for Microsoft Edu tools and platforms. So all you need to do is to register in Flipgrid. So if you have used the QR code, it will ask you to use Microsoft or Google account. So you've got two options there. And you can register right now, and then you will get onto this discussion area where you can create your topic. So topic is a discussion prompt for your students where they will share with their video responses. Yeah, this is a video platform where students are sharing with their voices by recording the video. First, I said, why should my students use the video to record their voices? But then I started to think at it on another level, because that's how my student became more less shy, I may say, because I strongly believe that project-based learning is one of the most important things that we need to improve in our teaching area for our students. And so they can, you can practice debate after that. They are getting more, they believe in themselves stronger. They feel their power. They can express their ideas, and etc. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. Even me, when a Flipgrid team, they ask, please teachers, share with your very first videos which you have recorded on the platform. I found mine, and it was terrible. My eyes were running like from one side to another. I couldn't look into the camera. I was pretty shy, and I was mumbling. It's not good. So they became really smarter in this way, how to express their ideas. They improved their critical thinking, and they became more creative because short camera, I will demonstrate it, it's something amazing. So next, you can share with your topics. You can duplicate them. You can delete them. You can hide your students' responses in many areas in every topic if it's like the parents are not happy about it. But actually every topic and your account, it's private and nobody will see it. At least you are not shared with it. So it's everything. The privacy settings are great there. So here we go, set access. As I mentioned, there is a privacy setting, and also you can set the access of your topics. So check this out. You've got private and public ways. If you want to create your topic like in private way, there are less privacy settings, and you can share with the link only, and all the people they're going to get to your topic. If you want to use student, you can also use a student email. For example, if you have got a Microsoft school, like Showcase School, you know, there's program, or maybe Google account, G Suite account for schools, you can add this email there and share with your students. They don't need to create And I can see that something is running in the chat. Please let me know that I should answer on your questions right now, or I can do it at the end of my speech. Okay. So next, you can even create a guest password in this area, and it means that actually this feature was invited for parents. For instance, you want to share with this topic with parents of your students, and they just can go through this link to you this password, and they can look what kind of video responses their kids have made, and they even can create their own video responses if it's required, if you can allow them or maybe not. So it's really amazing. So you are the moderator. Teacher is a moderator and administrator of the grade and topics, and you can set these settings. So you can, when your topic is created, so you can share with it by using the link. You just can copy the link as you see over there. You can also, let's go back. To create, you may also create a QR code, and it's really cool because I use QR codes even in my classroom. We play the game with QR codes. My students use the QR scanners. They're running around the classroom, and they started to record their video responses because I provided for them many great topics. For instance, with the tasks, that they have to do. Then you just can, as I mentioned, copy the link, or you can share to your Google Classroom in Remind, Microsoft Teams, or use the embed code and embed this topic onto your website if you've got the website of your school, or whenever you want to. So you can share with the world, as I've mentioned, or with certain people, but nobody will get into your topic if you're not shared with the link. So let's move to the next slide. Forces social learning. So your community has access Flipgrid on any computer via flipgrid.com, the Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome browser on free Flipgrid iOS or Android app. So this amazing platform is available on mobile devices because we've got a great reading project. And my students, it was offline first, transferred it to our online digital classroom as well. So they took their mobile devices, they used the Flipgrid app, they flipped the camera, and they started to read. And they did it so great because they were inspired by the idea that after that people are going to watch in this topic, of course, only these videos. And they, of course, they use the emojis, the stickers, because Shorts camera is inspiring one. So the simple, fun, powerful Flipgrid camera features include text, emoji, inking, boards, frames, screen recording, and even more. And you may ask me a question. If I'm not a teacher of English or Spanish this time or any other like international language, or it doesn't matter really, if you're a teacher of geography or chemistry or math, you can find lots of great activities. Because there is a great area which is, it's renamed, it's now Discovery. Previously it was called Discovery Library, where you can grab some great ideas from other educators across the globe. And actually Flipgrid is originally American platform, but you see I'm from Russia and I started to use it really easily. And I even translated their remote learning guide for educators, which was made also for parents and students. So they can hear you. If you have any great suggestions about how to improve the platform, just reach them out because there is a help center and they improved it. So in this slide, you may see that there are pre-K, high school, university for families plus staff LC organization. You can have lots of great PLN projects by using Flipgrid. You can work on the same topic, in the same topic with your colleague. For example, you're a teacher, you can invite the librarian from your school as well, and etc. You see, there's so many great ideas, and all of this is available on website, on Flipgrid website, of course. So, and as I mentioned, there is Discover Library area when you can search among 25,000 plus prompts and activities from fellow educators and partners right inside Flipgrid. Don't forget that there's QR code. You can start a registration by using this QR code, or our dear host he can share with the link to register, to help you register much more easier. Okay, so all you need to do is follow Flipgrid.com or use the QR code that I've attached on the slide, or you just can ask any question in the area. Need help? Yes, help Flipgrid, help.flipgrid.com, and all your problems will disappear because they always answer on your questions and can help you out. They've got lots of tutorials or live sessions on YouTube and Facebook as well. So you're not alone. I can guide you. Just let me know that you need some help, because there are so many settings that first it can be a bit difficult maybe for you to start using Flipgrid, like with all of the features that are there. And here is the main page of Flipgrid. Flipgrid.com, you may use just this way to sign in. Your students can use, as I mentioned, Flipgrid on their computers or on their PCs or iPads, whatever it works. So there's a remote learning guide, as I mentioned before, and on this homepage there are so many great resources, so you can find them, you can scroll down, you can see their partners, and these topics and these partners you can find. For example, your students are a fan of Lego or something, Wonder Police or Nearpod. I love Nearpod. Or Vocabulary, this is American platform as well. So you can find lots of great topics to not just to create, but just copy and paste. It's really easy. So when you create a topic, there could be join code for your students, so they can use their join code here. They don't need to register. But if you use to less private setting, like public one, they may need as well Microsoft or Google account, but you can share with your school's Microsoft or Google account. It will be much more easier. Or you can create student IDs for every student, so they can use this special code that you created for them to enter for every topic. So you decide about the settings. I'm not going to stop on it for a long time because that's, we need much more time to cover this. So your students can join your topic by using the QR code. If you share it with QR code, as I've described before, I even use it offline, but you can use it online in your presentation on the slide. Hey kids, just take your mobile devices, use your QR scanner on Flipgrid. There is a QR scanner on the app. If you use your mobiles, mobile devices, you can try this feature as well. So you share with this QR code, this scan it in Flipgrid app, and then oops, they're just in your topic. And here we go. You can sign up. It's absolutely for free. It doesn't cost anything, just your time. And I hope you are going to be inspired by using Flipgrid. This is a social emotional platform that will help to you and your students to improve your social learning. So sign up here. Educator, sign up there. You see there's so many the same function with the same function tabs. So Educator login. If you have already created your account, you just click here because I created mine. We are going to appear on this area and just want to start with the all features, the main features that are on Flipgrid. This is the very first place where you're going to appear after registration, discussion area. And you see that you can create your group or topics. Previously, before the 5th of August 2020, we are educators, we could only create groups, and they were named grids. You see, now they're renamed, and now they're groups. And all the teachers from around the world who I taught, who had this kind of experience of the very first meeting with Flipgrid, they asked the same question, Anna, or other educators, what is grid? So they decided to rename this in groups. And previously you couldn't create just a simple self-standing topic. You could create first only grid or group, and after that create topics in this. Just imagine the group as a book, and topics are the pages or chapters that, if you want to name them, call them like this. So here we go. You can create a group. So group is bigger. It's something like grid, And in this group, you can create many topics. For example, you want to create a group of your class or a group of grammar topics where your students will practice some grammar skills with certain grammar tenses or whatever you are teaching. Yeah. So, and here we go. But if you want to create topic, it's just a simple topic, but you are not sure in which group you want to add it. So that's why many educators around the globe, they said to Flipgrid team, hey, we just need to create one topic, and sometimes we don't want to create the whole grid in our account. And that's why this feature appeared over there. Have a look what is required. You need to name and give a title for your topic. It's required. Some features are optional, but this is required. It's something that must be done. So, for example, the name to be about me. Yeah, please share about me. Here you just write briefly about me. In this prompt area, you, for example, write something. Introduce yourself. Next, tell us about how old you are, what is your favorite color, and etc. Some prompts for your students so they can really easily start using Flipgrid, because first they don't know what I should talk about, what should I talk about, what is it all about. So these prompts, they will help them. There's a certain numbers of signs that you can use. 1,000. It's not like a little number, but I think you can absolutely describe everything in details with this kind of number of signs. Here, recording time, yeah, now it's 10 minutes. Previously, it was only 5. And the least number of time that you can use is 15 seconds. And the maximum is 10 minutes. So you set the time for each of your topic. And it depends on which kind of activity you want to share with your students in this topic. For example, we have got state exams in Russia, Russian state exams. And in English, our students should give a talk for 1 minute and 30 seconds, no more, no less. And this is like a standard if they want to grab good points, and they should also cover all the details that are asked and required in this task, of course. And that's why I use 1 minute and 30 seconds more often. But also we've got reading projects where my students should read as more pages, the better. So I use 10 minutes for this certain project, for example. Or if my students are part of a project, we had an amazing project with Australia, with Japan, where students got the it was like box exchange program. And so my students, they asked, oh, what's this? And what's that? Because we exchanged with this parcels, and we had many questions because we don't have this in our countries. It was so exciting. And I prefer like 3 minutes time for this certain topic. So let's go. You can use captions, and we are talking about inclusive way of learning because it's very important. So you see there are so many languages, and you can even ask if you didn't see this native language over there, you can reach so that you can say, hey, we want to translate your guide for teachers if you are so enthusiastic and you want to share with the world. I've translated guide for Wakelet, for example, in Russian. There's a guidebook, ebook for teachers, and it's amazing. So also, you see, we are talking about visual content, and you can record a video of your own. So it's going to look like a cool video instruction. So if we click on this record a video button, so you're going to see that I can have 10 minutes to record your video because I haven't set a limit in my topic yet. So, or maybe set, I don't quite remember here. So we just click this red button over there, and our recording is on. But let me show you all the features here. So when you click on the options, you can also upload the clip. So your students are recording their mobile phones, for instance, and then upload it to Flipgrid. Then you can mirror the video. Hey, how are you? Fine, thanks. What about you? So you can create lots of great activities there. You can unmute your voice or something, any sounds while it's recording. Yeah, maybe sometimes we need just to show and demonstrate something. We don't need any sounds there. You can record a screen. This is one of the features from this year that they've updated, and it's great. You don't need to search for different tools that we can use for recording the screen. You can create great video tutorials for your students. You can create and record your video tutorials for your colleagues, and that's great. I like this feature. I was so excited when it came out. And you can use the filters. For the shyest teenagers, there is a life hack, yeah, for instance. Yeah, this is very amazing. So they can use and improve their creative skills. They can do something really epic. This is my favorite vaporwave. Even black and white is so awesome. Oh, this is for shy. Aim to use Flipgrid is to ask your students to share with their voices, and they can share with their voices no matter where they are. They can be at home. You can use like this features of flipped classroom, you see? And this is very important, especially during the remote learning days, because sometimes our students, they are so shy sitting in the classroom in front of the teacher, next to their classmates. So for them, it's really hard to express their ideas, to express their thoughts in front of the people. So you can provide Flipgrid activities as a home task, and then they can record their videos being at home, wherever they are. If they've got the internet connection, they can do it. So for the shyest ones, it looks like this. Yeah, this is another one. And this is a green. Yeah, I like this. So I want to move to my favorite one. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, because I've heard the sound.
That's pretty clear here. Go on. But I think you need to limit our time, because we need more discussion about using Flipgrid, and I give you about 10 minutes more to
finish.
Present it. Yeah, to finish your presentation. Okay.
10 minutes. Okay, that's okay.
10 minutes.
So also there's like frames, yeah, which are really amazing too, and you can check them out, yeah, and you can have some kind of breaking news with your students. You can provide them storytelling things if you work with primary learners, and you see there are so many beautiful things. I like them all. This is my favorite one. Okay, let's go to FX. There is emojis, and there is a search feature over there. You can find beautiful emojis, and you can copy them, you can move them, you can drag them, you can mirror. Everything it works really amazing. So next, text feature, you can type something, and there are some great fonts that you can use. For instance, I want to say that I'm Anna, and I can use the stroke. It's going to look like this, or maybe like that. So I like it. You can just play around with these features. I'm sure you will love it. Absolutely terrific. Yeah. Oh, oops. Let's go to drawing, and you can fix the thickness. And I love this one. So, oops. Oh, everything can be undo over there. Yeah. And it works like that. So you will love Flipgrid. I promise you. So you may use the boards, and there's another feature. You can use different boards. Math teachers, hi. So you can use this one, Galaxy again, something like Blackboard as well, green board. And so you can also do like this. You can explain something, or you can be with your face on, or maybe not. So split screen is a very cool feature. You can add some photos over there. Yeah, you can add some photos, like there's add to custom sticker. For example, you want your teachers to tell you something about the country they live in and provide some facts. I usually ask my students to do this kind of project. And so here we go. We click the red button over there. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm so excited to be with you today. Stay safe and healthy. Bye. So you stop and you see the limit is 10 minutes over there. There's countdown. So you can make more videos, and stop feature is amazing. For example, you need to breathe in and out and move forward. So you click the next button over there. So we can grab the selfie. You can use the same features with emojis and stickers. Yep, and we click, you see that all the features are here. You can click the next button, uploading your video. It's success. Yeah, there, congratulations. And in this area, you can say to your students, please share with your with the most fun facts about you and etc. So it's like video extractions. Let's delete the media. And so you can also upload a video. You can add video from YouTube. You can upload an image from your device. You can add Giphy. You see so many things you can do, even from Bunsey. I love this platform these days. Adobe Spark and Neoport, Wakelet. I love them. So these are the access control that you can try, and everything will be like more clearer in practice. So practice makes perfect. I just want to demonstrate how it looks like. We had this project with Japan over there, and if we click over there in introductions, I guess, this is the view of the teacher. But if we click here on the code, yeah, for each topic you've got your Unicode, you can see how your students will see this topic, and it looks like this. Can you see it? Oh, I love it. This is so emotional. This is so amazing. To each of the video, you can add comments now. You see there is captions, there are comments. You can click, there were likes. I don't see it now. Okay, and you can record a video response to this video. This is absolutely amazing. You see, record a response. And I'm so inspired about Flipgrid. Okay, let's move forward. In there, we can see discovery area where you can see and you can grab some great ideas. If you are not sure which topic you want to create at very first time, you just can follow to these partners videos, templates, or you can like use the topic just for me, book talk, or trending topics. They are all over there. And they're inspiring creators. Oh, it's me over there. You see, I love Flipgrid. And they've shared with so many topics with teachers. You share with only with the template without student responses. So no panic. Some teachers, they think that they share with the topic with their students' responses. No, it doesn't work like this. Also, there's activity area where you can see your activity. Yeah, you can get some badges. I'm certified with all the levels, so you can try this. This is a code. If you provide trainings to other educators, you can use this code and also build this community badges things. Yeah, if you want to. This is the number of videos that I've got in my grades and other pages. So here we go. Recent activities. So the same. When we go to Mixtape, you can create beautiful digital portfolios, as I may call them, of your students, for example, where they're sharing with the beautiful voices, and you can collect them. And then after, at the end of the study year, you can share with the only QR code for this collection. You see there is a share feature, and share it with your parents, with parents of your students, or in Google Classroom, or just share with the link and share with parents to say, hey, look what your child has said here in this collection of his beautiful collection of where he shared with his voice, or she has shared. There's the shorts area, so you can create separate video responses. You see that these are not in my topics. I just created them, and just I wanted for different projects. For example, it was for Wakelet project, and you can also just copy it, you can download it, you can use all the features. It could go anywhere you want to, or even on your website. And also there's a Grid Pals area where you can find other educators with whom you want to have projects and collaborate with the world. You can use the filters, grade subjects, but be careful, your profile active. So you have to mention your location, and this thing you can do in your profile over there. And there's account settings, social. You can see that you can like get this content with the educator with whom you would like to have a project. So you're welcome. I love PBL, project-based learning. If you've got some project that you would like to suggest, I would love to be a part of it. So anyway, in this presentation, there are my social medias where you can like reach me out. I would love to answer your questions. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to stop with sharing. Thank you so much for listening. It was a pleasure for me to give a talk about Flipgrid.
Okay, thank you for the great presentation, Anna. And can you hear me?
I'm listening.
Okay. Okay. Basically, I'm also an English teacher. Yeah, I teach English in a high school. Let me check as raising hand. The first chance, let me invite.
I can.
Ibu Rosni, Ibu Anna dari Rusia. Hello, Ibu Rosni. Oke, Ibu Rosni tidak hanya di kami. Udah ya?
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Penang Anna.
Okay.
Nice
Okay.
to yeah, it's an interesting topic today. Enlightenment material. So I have been not completely as you. Masih dengar, Mas?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, still listening me, Miss Anna?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Still listening? Yes, okay. Okay, I continued my question and my statement. Okay, Miss Anna, it's an interesting material, enlightenment of us today, this night. I have practiced the Flipgrid, but not so completely. So when I saw your material, it shows us that in Flipgrid, because there are chosen material and when the English material here emphasizes for competence like writing, reading, listening, and speaking, which topic best we choose in Flipgrid to my students. Is it clear, Anna?
Yeah. You mean you want to
Thank you.
improve all of the you mean you want to improve, you're talking about the improvement of all of the skills of your students, like writing, listening, how to actually, you know what was the first thing we've done? I've created some blog posts for my students on social medias where we are active with them, and we had brainstorming first. So I said, for example, so can you describe your daily routine? And they started to grab the facts in writing first, because we need a plan to give a speech. We had this practice. After that, they were rehearsing out loud. So I was listening to them carefully. They were listening for like themselves. And then they started to use the recording feature over there by using like Flipgrid. And that's how they can see how they act, what they need to improve. And also when we are talking about projects, we are working really hard and we grab some information, we collaborate. For example, we use Wakelet to organize the information. Then they even, I wanted to mention that, so they use critical thinking sometimes in this case as well. And they've got this communication. So Flipgrid, it's more for improving communication skills and social emotional learning. You can even write, I'm not sure, what is the age of your students? Can you tell me, please? Like if they're primary learners, they can draw something, they can write, and they can share with it. We primary learners, we made cards, and they show these cards and tell about these cards. So you can write, you can do many tasks before the video recording on Flipgrid. And this is amazing because Flipgrid, it's like that you can hear your students how well they understand the topic. So they can write, they can create, they can draw, they can even solve the math structures, for example, or anything, and just tell about this, how they understand. Sometimes I even ask students to share with them understanding of the topic with their parents. And I ask parents to create these video responses. And then I just understood really well that the children understand everything when they were in the class. So you can do any task, you can improve any skills before the video recording as well, and even during the recording. So I hope I answered and will answer the questions. Thank you.
Anna, see you.
Thank you so much for your great question.
Oke, dari penanya Bu Siti Fatima, selanjutnya kami coba kontak kembali Pak Hendra Gunawan. Halo. Halo Pak Hendra Gunawan. Oke, Pak Hendra. Halo Pak Hendra Gunawan. Oke, Pak Hendra Gunawan sepertinya ada kendala ya di audio. Selanjutnya Pak Laresi lagi resen. Silakan Pak Laresi, halo. Mau bertanya langsung kepada Ibu pemateri kita? Halo. Ya, halo. Mau bertanya langsung Pak Laresi? Oh ya, boleh, silakan. Silakan.
Singkat datanya ada dua hal. Yang pertama ke Ibu Ana. Yang pertama adalah bagaimana sistem pembelajaran di sana. Apakah untuk pendidikan dasar dengan menengah itu diajarkan banyak mata pelajaran atau sudah lebih spesifik di tingkat dasar dan tingkat menengah. Kemudian yang kedua, bagaimana pembelajaran di sana dalam masa pandemi ini, apakah sama saja dengan sebelum pandemi, dengan semasa pandemi ini, maksudnya partisipasi siswa di dalam pembelajaran. Itu saja mungkin yang saya perlu tanyakan.
Oke. Yang dimaksud spesifik ini yang menengah itu sudah punya jurusan dari SD atau bagaimana itu?
Iya. Apakah dari SD sudah penjurusan atau secara umum seperti kita di Indonesia?
Oke. Terima kasih Pak Laresi. Saya lanjutkan pertanyaannya. Okay, Mrs. Anna, the question is, there are two questions from Pak Laresi, one of the school leader here. The first question is, how about the system, the learning system, basically maybe about the curriculum there in Russia? Is it already specified, like students who are in the primary school? Basically, maybe we have elementary school in Indonesia and maybe the same lower level students there, or maybe primary students in Russia. Is there any specific program for the primary students, like if they are like programming in the very beginning, then they have to go to programming school, and then if they like math for the beginner and they go to math, like that, or if they like sciences and they go to science?
Yeah.
We have different system for the beginners students. They go to the very general subject. Is the system of education. Thank you. And the second question, that's the first one. Sorry. The second question is, how about the teaching process during the pandemic of COVID-19 in Russia? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great questions. Actually, talking about the specification, of education. Actually, in Russia, in primary schools, Russia is really big. So I may say, for my side here, it depends. There are different private schools and local schools, government, and I may say that we don't have this specification in primary schools. Go to the elementary school, and more about science, math, and humanitarian, way of learning. So, and these are the most specified one. I'm not sure about programming here, but I know that in capitals like they may also have a example presentation. The subjects are pretty general one. There's no specification. So talking about the situation, we to class, they learn offline. There are smaller groups of students at school. So some of the classes, they go to school at the first part of the day and then the second part of the day. So this is it. We don't have anything else to add about this situation. I know that at schools, they there are smaller classes. Cases, yeah, accidents, still, and
Thank you, Anna. I got a point. Oke, Pak Lutfi, jadi kurang lebih sama seperti yang terjadi di Indonesia, juga tidak spesifik khususnya di pendidikan dasar ya, kecuali di pendidikan tinggi. Kemudian pembelajaran mereka di bulan September ini sudah ada yang masuk kelas, tapi kurang lebih menggunakan shift seperti di Indonesia juga. Yeah. So Anna seems like quite similar with Indonesian system. Now, nowadays in several part of Indonesia, we have green area, or we have the three labels, actually red, orange, and green. Red is something like there are most cases of pandemic there, and the mid is orange, and the green is the place that's pretty safe. And in those places we have students goes to school, but quite similar with Russian system for right now. Thank you. Well, I would like to go to another. Pak Laresi, saya langsung ke penanya berikut ya. Saya lanjut ke beberapa yang raise hand lagi ini. Yang angkat tangan ini ada Pak Saleh. Ya, Pak Saleh Lebeharian. Ya. Halo, Pak Saleh Lebeharian, mau bertanya langsung ke Ibu Ana, pemateri kita malam hari ini.
Terima kasih, Pak.
Halo. Mau bertanya langsung, Pak?
Untuk Pak yang pemateri yang pertama dengan yang kedua.
Oh ya, mau bertanya langsung ke Ibu Ana dulu, Pak. Ini sesinya sudah Ibu Ana sekarang.
Yang ingin saya tanyakan di sini, Pak, kira-kira perbedaan para kurikulum Indonesia dengan Rusia.
Oh iya.
Ya, misalnya, Pak, dalam keadaan normal, yang siswa itu dia berada di sekolah kira-kira selama berapa lama begitu, Pak? Berapa jam?
Oh ya, oke. Itu saja, Pak?
Iya, Pak.
Okay. Continuing the question, the last question before, that is, for how long do the students stay at school for a session? Let's say you tell us that the students come first and the second session, they come in the latest time. So for how long they go to school for each session in Russia?
Okay, so most of them, they've got like 6 lessons for 40 minutes. So let me so it's like from the so they come to school at 8 a.m. for example, yeah, and they finish their school at about 2 p.m. This is the first session. And so it all depends on how many lessons they've got and which school they go to, like this is elementary or primary. In primary school they've got less number of lessons. And so this is approximate number.
Okay.
Approximately 6, number of 6 for 40 minutes each of them.
Ya. Jadi Pak Saleh ini kalau di sana itu biasanya katanya ya tergantung dari jumlah mata pelajaran, tapi perkiraan dia itu sekitar jam 2 siang itu udah pada pulang untuk session pertama dan dilanjutkan dengan session kedua. Seperti itu Pak Saleh ya. Barangkali Bapak Ibu semua kita fokus di topik Bu Ana malam hari ini tuh tentang Flipgrid ya. So we are going to focus again into the topic of using Flipgrid in teaching. Jadi kita akan berbicara kembali tentang bagaimana penggunaan Flipgrid ini dalam pembelajaran Bapak Ibu. Nah, fokus tolong pertanyaannya ke arah sana ya, ke topik yang dipresentasi oleh Ibu Ana. Oke, ada beberapa yang angkat tangan kami lihat di layar ini. Ada Pak Lukman Lihawa. Pak Lukman Lihawa mau bertanya langsung kepada Bu Ana menggunakan bahasa Inggris, silakan Bapak. Halo? Halo? Ya, Pak Lukman mau bertanya langsung, Pak. Gimana, Pak? Oke, kami sambung kembali ke Ibu Diana Handayani. Bu Diana mau bertanya langsung kepada Bu Ana. Halo, Bu Diana. Halo, Bu Diana. Oke, kita pindah. Mohon raise hand-nya diturun, tanda raise hand-nya diklik kembali, Ibu, agar tidak dapat kami lihat ada notifikasi di sini bahwa Ibu sedang bertanya. Oke, I'd like to invite Mr. John Ray, Mr. Pelila. So, time is yours if you want to ask a question to Anna.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to ask if Flipgrid is free and if it's recommended in some remote areas, because here in the Philippines we experience some of the troubles in terms of internet connection. So I just want to ask if Flipgrid is free and at the same time it is recommended in some remote areas with the low internet connection. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you for a good question as well. Yes, as I mentioned, Flipgrid is absolutely for free. Previously, it was not for free, but when it's like got to under the Microsoft wing, yeah, so it has become absolutely for free. Don't worry, you don't need to pay anything. And about internet connection, connection. I'm thinking about wakelet maybe and about the collections. Yeah, actually you need to have the internet connection to set the topic and to set all the settings. But if you want to, you know what I tell to my students? I tell them that if you want to do the video response, you can do it on your cell phone. And when you've got your internet connection, you just upload the video in this topic because now it's available. Previously, it wasn't available. Students had to, it was in the past, they had to record their videos being in Flipgrid only. So it's not really cool when you don't have appropriate and nice internet connection. So they have updated this and you provide the topic, you send them where, for instance, maybe SMS if you don't have any sort of internet, and you say, hey, try to think about this topic and then record your video on your cell phone. My students do like this because we live at the edge of the north and our internet connection is not perfect all the time. Now it's getting better, but it wasn't perfect at first. And sometimes there are troubles on platform because when they've got some updates, like this time I told you that on the 5th of August, they updated some features. And nowadays, some educators that have some troubles with uploading videos, all you need is to get rid of your app on your mobile phone, then to find a new one. You can do it on Apple Store, Google Play Market. I don't have an Apple. I've got like Samsung, yeah. So use Google Play Market, and then everything should work. If you have any troubles, just let me know. I will help you to get the idea or anything like this. We can have another session. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'll be.
You're welcome.
Okay. There are some related question, I think, already posted in the chat room here.
It's about pandemic, yeah, about election. So I think I've answered about the internet. You can't like upload Flipgrid on your computer, but whenever you have internet, you can create new topic, new group. You can share with it, or you just can share. I told you, if you don't have any internet, maybe by using the cell phone, and the SMS, and your students can record the video responses like on their cell phones.
Okay.
Or the computers as well.
Okay, so they can do it offline while they want to record their self, and then they upload again it later on.
Yeah, MP3.
Yeah.
Sorry, MP4 format. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Thank you. Well, Anna, last but not least, I would like to ask you, since here we have several schools already deployed Office 365 A1 for faculty. So for those schools who already have been deploying the Office 365, is it a Flipgrid free for them to use or not?
It's everywhere for free.
Oh yeah, good. Thank you so much.
Absolutely for free. Yeah, I told you there's no. I don't get any money from Microsoft. If you want to ask this question, you may ask it. I am just a passionate educator who likes sharing, and all that I can get is a base. Yeah, in my account, and that's it.
Ya, well, oke Bapak Ibu yang sudah sementara join bersama kami di webinar malam hari ini, tepat saat ini pukul 22.06 di tempat kami waktu Indonesia Tengah, GMT tambah 8 ya, GMT plus 8, here we have 10.7 p.m. Bapak Ibu, kami ingin menyampaikan bahwa berdasarkan informasi dari Ibu Ana bahwa sekolah-sekolah yang sudah deploy Office 365 itu bisa menggunakan Flipgrid secara gratis ya, free for those school who already deploy Office 365. And then in both okay, so in both students and teachers too.
Yeah, but yeah, actually they can create, you know, my students from high school, I just share with the link, yeah, because there are different privacy settings of the topics. And they send Microsoft to Google account and upload their videos. That's it.
Yeah, and it's also all free for business account like Gmail or something.
Everything is for free. You can use simple Microsoft account, not from your school. You can use simple email, you know one. And you know what? I suggest you, for example, you work at school and you're not sure that you're going to work there forever. Yeah. You may just create one of the personal accounts of you as a teacher, and that's it.
Is there any limitation for those who have only business account or personal account, maybe the cloud storage something?
There is no. You can create as many groups. Groups. It was there were groups. You can create everything. There's no limit.
Yeah.
But there is a limit. You can you can use attachments in your topics. For example, the topic is about Russia, as I like to say, the culture of Russia, and we share with other classrooms around the globe. And you can attach maybe the link to your Wakelet collection, the link to your Google, any link, but there are 9 attachments in each topic. And it's absolutely for free, just no more than 9 attachments. 9 attachments for each topic. Some additional materials.
Okay, thank you so much for your description. And well, Anna, I think it's time for us to end up our meeting tonight, and then
sure.
Thank you for your kind support for our international webinar tonight. As you can see in the flyer, actually this is an anniversary for our community for 1 year, the first anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Hold on, I would like to make a screenshot of your picture. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Anna. Well, and also I do hope that we could have another session of webinar and a more interesting topic. Perhaps Wakelet, I also interested in with Wakelet topic for teaching. Perhaps next time we are going to talk another most interesting topic related to technology for teaching.
You will love Wakelet because people say that it's easier, and nowadays during the remote learning, hybrid learning, whatever it's kind of learning, this is the best tool for every teacher.
Oh, so is it free too for teaching, or?
It's free. Yeah, it's absolutely for free as well.
Thank you so much for your. I think this is a beginning information for us, and then for pretty new for us to know the Wakelet used for teaching. Okay, well, thank you so much. This is time for closing our webinar tonight. And
I'm sorry, can I invite? Yesterday I had 2 live sessions with by myself about Wakelet and with Callum. He's one of the team members of Wakelet. So you're very welcome to my YouTube channel. You can be invited as guest speakers as well if you want to share with your knowledge, or you can just watch. I've got lots of videos about Wakelet and Flipgrid. Flipgrid
just ask the link. If you have a YouTube channel for sharing, and I think you can send us the link in the chat room tonight.
Sure, thank you. You're very welcome.
Okay, thank you. Bapak Ibu, nanti akan ada share link channel dari channel YouTube dari Ibu Ana, pemateri kita dari Rusia malam ini. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe channel.
Thank you.
Jangan lupa untuk subscribe channelnya, karena ada materi menarik dari beliau ini. Ada Wakelet juga, ya.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you. Get the link here.
I can also share with you with a great tool, Book Creator, if you like storytelling, and if you like, that's another tool.
Okay. Yeah, someone's already subscribed your channel tonight. Thank you. Okay. Bapak Ibu, barangkali ini saatnya untuk kita mengakhiri ya sesi diskusi kita. So Anna, thank you for your kind support. Okay. For our international webinar tonight. The topic is very interesting and inspiring for us, and I hope all our teachers here from Indonesia would use Flipgrid and be share their experience with other teachers around the world. And please don't
go.
don't forget to share your social links like Twitter or Instagram for our.
Oh, sure. Let me find. Actually, I've attached Instagram. Yeah, in the set. What is the most popular social media in Indonesia? I'm just curious.
Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter for some teachers, I think. But the most is Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, in Russia it's Instagram or VK, but VK it's only for Russian because it's not really popular in every other part of the world.
Yeah.
So here's my Facebook account. You're very welcome there. And let me check the Instagram as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And also, Anna would like. I think I would send you a certificate for this because as
thank you.
Speaker, yeah. In 1 or 2 days later on, I would send you through messenger. Sure. Okay. And Mr. Tan is still with me. Hello.
Hey, hello. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you for all your kind support from Singapore, and we learned a lot from you, both of you tonight.
No, my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's time to close our webinar tonight, and then teman-teman sudah membagi formnya ya? Oh ya, sudah ada. Oke. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu sudah bergabung di SULTRA Cerdas. Barangkali ini waktu untuk bisa kita berpisah. So, thank you Anna, thank you Mr. Tan, and bye-bye for now. We are going to close the meeting for tonight. And I would like to send also a certificate for you, Mr. Tan, in 1 or 2 days later.
All right.
Well, Mr. Tan and Anna, have a nice day for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.